Hey boys, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Build Feed the Beast Battleground. So I wanted to add in a bonus button to the map as well, so that's what we're going to work on today. There's going to be one on each side as usual. So I guess it'll be somewhere around here. Put a button on each side, why not? And the purpose of this button, it's going to be hooked up to a random, and between one of four random things it's going to do, and they're going to be a bonus for the people on the map. And the way we're going to do the random bit is by using a sequencer. So the sequencer will go between one of four, and how we'll get the random is whatever one of these that happens to be on when you hit the button is whatever bonus you'll achieve. So we'll simply just put transmitters on this for now, just in case we want to use it for another purpose as well. Now if you wanted to have more than four, you can also put repeaters on one and just use two sequencers, one without and one with repeaters, and then you'll get 8 different numbers in sequence. And I've added in all the numbers for the wireless as well. Now with the button, the way the sequencer works, it goes one after another. So with a button, the button press lasts a certain amount of time, so it can actually set up two with one button press. So we're going to have to use a pulsar after the button just to shorten that button pulse. So now we'll work on the wiring from the button here. So first off, we want an AND gate, because we don't want this button to be able to be pressed at all times. It's only going to go off at certain times. We'll work on that bit later, but like I said, we'll just add in that AND gate. Next we'll have the pulsar. So we'll have to get a pulsar from the list. Turn it around. And then we are going to spread out. We're going to need more room actually. So what we want here are more AND gates. AND gate, AND gate, AND gate. We'll flip them all around. And we will have the wireless. These wireless are going to be our random, so I set the random of numbers up as follows, and I'll just put those in. So now after I fix all the AND gates, it's only, you can see it's going through, it's only whichever wireless that happens to have the sequencer on that the button pulse will pass through. So we'll add our bonus objectives onto the end of these AND gates here. Okay, so I have all the AND gates set here. Now for the top one, I only want the button to be able to be pressed every, say, minute or so. So we'll bring a wire over here and we'll set it up to a counter and timer system. So this will only light up here every time the counter fills up, so the button can only be pressed when the counter fills up. So for the counter, we're going to set it on 60, so it'll be a minute, because I'm going to set the timer on 1 second. And decrement will also be 60. So then we'll need the timer that will go here. And so this will keep counting up every second. until it reaches 60, which will be a minute, and then I'll allow the button to be pressed. Now we need to reset it when the button is pressed though as well. Okay, so I simply extended this wire over to do the resetting, and also I have extended this line up to a ring of lighting. I'll quickly go up above to show you that, just to let people know when the button is available as well. So, as always, repeat on the other side. Now, one of the bonuses that we're going to hook up to the button is going to be creepers, and how we're going to pull that off is with these soul cages and soul shards. So I'm holding a tier 5 soul shard. If I spawn, quickly set the game off peaceful, spawn a creeper, and then kill him, that will become a creeper soul shard now. So if we place a soul cage and put the soul shard in it, it will begin spawning creepers. Now I don't want them spawning, they spawn very quickly, so redstone actually deactivates it. That's why the invert is there. So like I said, that's a creeper spawner now, and it's very fast, they spawn very quickly. So we just want the bonus to set that off basically. We'll hook this up to the button with wireless. The other thing is I'm putting it one space away because the wireless for the button comes in as a pulse, and we're going to want more than a pulse here because a pulse won't be long enough for any creepers to even spawn. So we're going to put in a repeater here, turn it the right way around, and then we'll set it to 5. So that should be enough to let some creepers spawn. And we'll put the transmitters down below. I'm actually going to do 2 for the creepers. Actually we'll turn them around first. So I have the number put in as creeper spawn A. Now you'll notice there's an A and a B. I'm going to do 1 for each side. So A is going to spawn the 2 on one side and B is going to spawn the 2 on the other. And the button on each side will spawn one or the other. So this one's going to be A, and we'll set this one as A as well. So that's one part of the button. Now we have 2 spaces left, and I'll show you the idea for that right now. What we'll need first of all is a command block. Command block here and here. These are going to be teleporting command blocks. So they're going to be teleport at P. We will get the restrictions shortly, but we'll put in teleport at P for now, and then we'll see where we're going to teleport to. And I've quickly built up what where we need to teleport to. So we're going to land directly on the middle of this pressure plate. The reason for doing this, that's going to set off the redstone and set off a dispenser. There's going to be potions in the dispenser, good potions or bad potions. I have 4 set up right now. The green is for one side, blue is for another side, and the light ones will be either good or bad, and then the dark ones will be the other. So you get your potion and then you'll get teleported back up next to the button. So that's what these platforms are for. Like I said, I've already built all 4, and this one I've gone ahead and wrapped. This is actually covers, so there is lots of room there, and like I said, they just teleport you right up, back up to the button. A couple things to remember here: the teleporting has to be delayed. You want to get hit with the potion before you get teleported, so that's delayed. I believe it's 3 clicks on the repeater, so that's 4 ticks delay, and then as well, for the coordinates here, you want to be exact. Oops, I didn't mean to hit that button there. But when you're getting the coordinates for these pressure plates here, you want to be exact, so not just with the numbers, like it's not just 130, it's 1.5, 35, and 30.5. And for the height, actually, this is, so it will be 35. You want to be the block above where you are, so it's at 34 right now, but you want to spawn at 35. So that's how I got the coordinates for each of the 4 pressure plates to put in the command blocks on each of those. Okay, so that should be all for the button, but I wanted to do a little bit more with those creeper spawners we put in as well. So I'm going to be using this wire here again. So this wire, it will only be off when the game is playing. So we'll hook a timer up to that. So this timer will only be activated whenever the game is on. We'll change that to a 1 second tick and attach it to a counter. So this counter will count up to a minute for us in increments of 1, and it will be decrements of 60. So we'll just block this off here. So every time this fills up, we're going to want to reset itself, but we're also going to use this to send off the creepers. Now we need a pulse for that, so we'll grab a pulsar. And where's that pulsar? Put that pulsar there. And we'll just send that off through the wireless transmitter. Actually, we'll need 2 wireless transmitters. And so one will be creeper spawn A, and one will be creeper spawn B. So now every 60 seconds the game is playing, this will fire out a signal. It'll reset itself so that it can go again, but it will also send a signal for the creepers to spawn. So that's going to be all for another episode of Let's Build. We've got our bonus button done. Next episode we've got a few random things left to do, but hopefully we'll have a map download ready next episode as well. So you'll be able to try the map out for yourself. Now, I'm not going to be able to test it beforehand, so it is, like I said, it's going to be a beta map. Hopefully we can get some people together and get a game going, test everything out. If you're interested in playing, send me an email or post some feedback and we'll see what we can do there. So, as always, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you do so, and have a good one.